Here we are. Let's see if I can refrain from hitting this camera arm a 13th time. Guess we'll say. Yes? Well, say. Directional. We can really. Alright, change of focus here. Continuous. There we go. Oh, look at this beautiful gerbil we've. Woo! Hitting this time definitely happens. Okay. I think we're actually going to start with pulling up this old tack off of our stand here. This done. Done. Top is no longer sticky at all. And that's not, obviously not good. We want our minis to be secure. I think one of the things we're going to start with today, let's put that over here. Back out. Oh, so much stuff everywhere. I'll get into that very exciting kit of paint in a little bit. I picked up a new whole huge kit of paint. Very excited about it. For now, let's get a few of these squares out here, the tack. I like to use a few together. And pull out that base. They last for an awful while, so I really don't mind. Work it a little bit here. Into a bit of a circle shape. Like it has some thickness, but I can keep it pretty even thickness all around. Get a uniform. Nope. And then flatten it out. Again, and get it all relatively circular and relatively the same depth. Into center here. Down, and then we'll just see where it's enough. Here are our models too. Okay, I think we're good. We have our reprint of Seto Kaiba. No, just kidding. I can't remember. White Ice. Blue Ice when I track him up. It's been too long. I can't remember his name, but I think it's like Kyber or something in there. Not Kaiba, but something I can. Anyway, reprint since 4 mini broke last week. That was heartbreaking. But we have our other giveaway minis complete and ready to go. We got our Breelith here, it's primed, ready to be painted today. Our gerbil giveaway, also primed, ready to go. And then our Commander Lily mini, also painted and ready to go. It'll be primed rather. We'll be priming this today, but first let's get into some of the we'll do a little support removal, I think, first today. And then as some folks start coming in, chat and hi for those that are here and joining me already. As we get a few more folks in, we'll go over to our Hero Forge. We'll grab new mini. We might even build one out together in Hero Forge. And then we will download those, add supports, things like that. In fact, I should probably have a page here, tab for Hero Forge. Not Ghetto Forge. Frog. Ghetto. Alright. Got this big honking box of paints that I just got. I'm so excited to get this done. Excited I got some new brushes. Well, here, they come in these wonderfully carefully packed series because they're Winsor Newton brushes. So I've got some solid brushes to use. Also very excited. But some other things that we'll be working on here outside of just the minis is we have some terrain. Got some terrain that's been printed. Big Newton brushes. Man, I love those things, but like I'd be 3 or 4 in and it'd be like, oh, these are so good. I didn't even mind. Like usually the little seed bits really bother me, but not Big Newtons, not with figs. Like these things are delicious, but that's about how long it would take to hit my stomach. One of those things that does not do well with my stomach. Alright, it's going to bed, but we'll get that secured down. That's fine. So we have here some tiles for sewer setup, including a little sluice. You can see here when it's not, depending, we'll fix that when it's that. Good morning, Bear. If you're having a good morning. This little sewer sluice, you can see the arch there. We'll actually even go as far as adding some like paste and tissue paper to create like a watery look and some greens, maybe some yellows. We'll see what we get for colors because that'll give us a green, yellow, and brown if we mix all that, I think. That would make for really gross and perfect, I think, sewer sluice. Oh yeah, for real. I mean, this is even as a kid. Forget about as an adult now. But like, they'd be so good. We stuff my face and 3 or 4 in, and that's it. That's it, man. We've got a wet palette here that I'm very excited to use. I think I understand how it works, and I think I've got it. That's my first time using a wet palette. I'm looking forward to that. Just getting some of that water right out of me. Okay. Anyway, we've got some of these set. Let me create a new tab here for our just a browser capture is what I'd love. Not a browser source, just a we'll just see if I can do a screen cap with this. We'll call it Hero Forge. Oops. I really do love Hero Forge, especially when they have fails. Do that for now. And let me do a little crop work here. Okay. And I have an ultra wide monitor, so it's not going to capture. Anyway. And then I really just, nope, I want it to stay clicked there and just, drop to the, there we go. That's looking good. Okay. Alright, I don't know if we want to do that just yet though. Let's hey Varoth, how's it going? It's Varoth here. Let's check out some of Varoth's beautiful friends. Who will be first here? Rexlin. Oh, here's Emil. Look at this beautiful beautiful person. In fact, I have a meal I've set aside everyone's Stormfall minis to mail to them. I've worked up some cards. I'm really hard to get good enough at sketching, so it really means a lot to me to do like a sketch to send out to y'all. However, that could be rigid thinking, so I've been challenging that recently because it's taking a lot longer for me to learn how to sketch than I was expecting. Got some great Emil ones here. Jennifer Sherwell. Oh, got so many amazing people here. Look at these. These are ones that we have already. Yeah, Zel Kaber. See, yeah, I knew it was close to Kaiba. I feel like I already printed out your new one. I'm drawing after 1 week. I'm already drawing a blank on the name. Yes, no, Yabani. There it is. Okay. This one is already set and painted, and Steph has it. So cool. Okay. So what we'll do in here is we'll let me go back and just undo. Yeah, that's everyone from the campaigns that I've printed out. We've got some extras, some Lily ones in there, like her angel. Oh, hang on. One day my brain will become aware of the positioning of this camera arm, so I won't whack it. So Lily's her angel one. And again, I saw this really cool video on creating water looks, and like this is like with train minis and stuff. Hey Zen. Yeah, I can't wait. And they had a waterway. It was sort of a train table set up that was adjacent to the ocean. It had some water breaks and stuff, and they used paste and several layers, like 3 layers of toilet paper. Just it sits down, soaks up the mixture of like paint and whatever else was in there, and then you kind of you take a Q-tip or not a Q-tip, a cotton swab, and stir it around to it kind of breaks up the toilet paper but retains some of the texture, and then you just kind of like smush it around into like wave shape, like a little cascading wave here and there. And it looked amazing. So this is these are sewer tiles. You got your classic sewer wall here with like a stone texture floor. These will end up with there's another print that's square outer perimeter, open in the middle, and it has sections for spherical magnets. Their polarity, they spin to match polarity proper, to have attracting polarities touch. So it doesn't matter like which one you connect to which, it'll always spin in that little socket and click and lock in. Hey Steph, good morning. So then you start interconnecting whatever way you want. If I have 2 walls and I want to run a longer tile here, I can do this. If I want it extra wide, but in this case there would be effectively a wall, a piece of floor, another wall over here, and then a sluice that would run as a tunnel. So you'd have this long sewer sluice. You can see the bow it has there, and that's where I'll use the kind of toilet paper glue trick. Mix it with some paint. So I'm thinking greens, a touch of green, maybe a touch of like like a yellow and green little tinge to it, and that should make some browns in there too. I don't know yet, but we'll get some kind of like, ooh, like I don't want to step in that. I really don't want to step in that. But just to add to thin enough where you can still see a little bit of the sluice work. In reality, it's probably going to be mostly clear with just a little bit of heck. But I can't wait. I can't wait. So they all just interlock. You can do them in any arrangement. And oh yeah, this print, in order to match the width on the end, has to be this narrow in the center. Yeah. So now, mind you, it'll have the base on it that's, you know, at least this thick. So the entire piece will kind of be, you know, this thick around. But it's just a frame that goes around for the magnets. But I'm excited. I'm excited for those. There's caves, there's the city streets, the houses that I've started working on. Really excited to make it all an actual thing. Wet palette this week. I'll just show you. Move that. I got this. It's too much to put in camera. But there are many paints. And so before I was working with, I had my quick wash set. And then this one's my metal. It's in the wrong box, but it's my metal and leathers color set. And then sort of a general starter color kit. And I just mix. I mix to get the colors that look as close as possible to whatever people put into their Hero Forge. So take these paints out, be prepared. However, now that we've got a good few folks popping in, I think I'm going to part of the fun of this whole design is being able to build out these designs. So I might show a little bit of where I go to get the STL files, the 3D files. Here's this wonderful open source design set that uses the brackets with the spherical magnets so they always interlock. Yeah, Army Painter. Yep, that's it, Steph. They seem to have good ratings. It's all Army Painter, and it's done pretty well. I think so. I've had a little bit of clumpiness, but I think that's because I was using a paper plate and not a wet palette. So well, part of the fun is finding the files, and the system that uses this interlocking magnets. Sorry, I'm leaning into the other camera here. It's an open source thing where people just put in their ideas. They use the engineering, you know, sets. Why can't I think of the term? You know, the basic measurements and everything and requirements to conform so that no matter what you're printing or creating with that open source kit, it's going to match up with everything everyone else is doing with it. And it's called OpenForge 2.0. I'm using the second version. So I thought it might be fun to show that. I go to Thingiverse, which is one of the places I use most frequently. But also, like, everyone's favorite is Hero Forge, right? We've got Hero Forge, where we can build out these wonderful minis and then print them. And I've got a ton of NPCs. I can even take, I've got so slight exclusive, because they're enough in the works I can talk about them, and I've shared here and there. I've got 2 new campaigns in the works. You know, there'll be more than that, but right now I've got 2. And so it'll be fun to maybe craft some NPCs with y'all in Hero Forge here. And yeah, and you all can help me just figure out what they're going to be, what they're going to look like, and I'll throw them in the world, you know? So I definitely want to do that too. I'll take a quick minute and see if I can just do this thing. Open Forge, here we go. So just to show you, here's specifically the Sewer Sluice kit. The sewer kit, dude. So there's corner tiles for walls. There's doors like this. The little grates, the larger ones at the end, and you can see it's so incredibly versatile because you throw a corner in here, you've got a corner, right? And then you apply your other pieces, your drainage hole piece here. The sluice has corners. You can build wider areas that turn in one direction or another. I just absolutely love this Open Forge 2.0 kit because, I mean, these kits are really expensive and they're worth it. You know, there's like Dwarven Forge and things like that. If you have the funds to get it painted already, or non-painted if you'd like to paint yourself, awesome. But no, it's a lot. It's a lot for me, and I've got the printer, so here I am. But you'll see interesting things. Mausoleums. Some of these are you know, multi-tiered, so you can take a top off and continue on. There's other fun Kickstarters, and that's where I got things like I'll turn this off just for a sec. Those that didn't see it on that Saturday Night campaign, you know, where I got these airships from sorry, it wasn't a Kickstarter, it was a I can't think of the place that they're on. Mini Forge, I think, or something like that. So there's just so many wonderful options. Oh, for the Thingiverse stuff, absolutely. Let me do just this is funny. Search for Open Forge 2. I'll put that link in chat. Sure. So, you know, there's stone dungeon walls. Oops. Let me turn that back on. Gatehouse. I mean, these are really, really interesting. And you can build out a whole beautiful set and world, you know? If you get a whole proper kit. This is the framework I was talking about. This is for like a 2x8 or whatever, 2x6 or 3. But you can see there's little spots here for the magnets, the spherical magnets to reside. Yeah, there's also minor detail. I mean, like this Tomb of the Night. Gosh, what is this thing? A treant, sort of? A spirit shrine? What? Yeah, it doesn't look... That's scary. Aww. Yeah, so many options. Oh gosh, look at these things. They're so gorgeous. And as long as it's Open Forge 2.0, then it'll work with any other Open Forge 2.0 set. Devin Jones here. He does a lot of mini work for like Roll20 tokens, like drawn tokens too, but or they, I don't know them personally. So they also do quite a bit here with these in this system. So I count myself fortunate for that. Cavern tiles, look at this. Yeah, so again, you can build out a whole, that's like a very specific set, but you get there's another file in here that I have bookmarked. It's all the walls. That's the cavern walls. The details around the flooring and above the pillars and everything else. Love it, love it, love it. So we might take a look at that today as well. But I want to keep up Hero Forge. I'm going to do a little tiny bit of support removal work because it's part of the process, and it's tedious. It's very tedious. So we won't take too long on it because you know, but I do like to illustrate it each time I get a chance here to stream. So I'm not sure who we want to do next. I think I'm going to try and go through. That's an additional backup, right? Or do I still need to remove this? I still need to remove that. This is our reprint. Trapped in all the supports for the print. I think we'll do this so that I can prime it. This is one of our giveaways that for one of the giveaways we recently did. And I thought for some reason that I had one already trimmed, but I don't see it. So I don't think I did. All right. With this, I try and be extra careful, especially in the case of like gerbil here. So here's the completed gerbil. Can you spot the difference? The top of the bow broke, but that was a misprint. It didn't actually break off, just didn't print properly. But you know, when removing certain pieces of this, there's an order to it that we'll kind of cover, because if you get a very fragile piece, you don't want to get a fragile piece first, obviously, and just leave it alone, but you also don't want to get it last, because then there's nothing supporting anything else, and it's easy to, you know, as you're cutting to I mean, not do that, but you know, very easy as you're cutting for it to just get pressure in the wrong place and break. So yeah, so I kind of go around trying typically to go from whatever supports are most external to internal, and sort of from top to bottom, but keeping in mind that I leave the more fragile areas on. Now there aren't too many fragile areas here with you know, have the broken up, so we should be okay. But I imagine the arms be the most fragile, but we're not really fragile. The bun, the hair bun. So but the bun is just on the side here, so this shouldn't be too serious. Yep, nice and flush. And it's not even like I've cut it and now I snap it off. It's just cutting the ones that I know need to be cut, and then I'll backtrack and see what still needs to be cut, what is hanging on to what, because in order to make these supports more sturdy, we have cross bracing. So sometimes, you know, I'll cut this one here, but because it's connected to this other one, the cross brace won't pop off. So it's just a little bit of like patient work. Typically cut most of the bottoms of the external ones here though to get a good start. All right. Tricky-ish. Elbow cleared. We're getting quite a few here that are loose. So I'm going to start removing some of these cross braces so that I can get access a little further into some of the other pieces. There's one across his back here. This was, I believe this is Danny Phantoms. I think he won this one. Ooh, there we go. Ooh, there's a lot of braces flying everywhere. Too. That's the fun part of it. Weird eye protection. I don't think I've ever had it fly up in my face. Maybe I have. Alright, cross brace here, connecting those. Everything is about gentle testing. Gentle, gentle. The last one broke because I wasn't careful while I had it on the oh yeah, here it is. See, I knew it. I do have one, but that's okay. We'll still remove the braces. I had it on here, and when I went to move it, the tack was really old and it was just pulling up. So I'm like, okay, I'll kind of gently move it this way. Snap, snap at the ankle. So even when it feels like it should be fine, just be extra cautious. There's a different way for me to do that, but I should have done it and I didn't. So that one's just one of those things that's on me. But this is the removal process. Can feel a little bit tedious, but well worth it. I mean, necessary, of course. Yeah. So sometimes, you know, even though we try and get flush, it might be at an angle where we can't quite get flush, or you know, there's a number of other factors and it might cause this. But sometimes we're left with a little divot or a bump, and we'll use some sandpaper down the line to sort of clear that up. You were so kind, Veroth. For those that don't know Veroth, I feel like Veroth and Franco are like two of the absolutely like the kindest souls on the planet. I know we all have our flaws. I'm sure they're out there. I don't know what theirs are. I know we all have them, and I don't want, you know, either of them to feel like, no, I've got, you know, I respect that. I understand that. But as a whole, and in my interactions with you all, like, I aspire to be half the person that the two of them are. So thankful they're in the community. Also, they're just both like really, they're sweethearts, like hardcore. Okay. That's so kind. Well, good, because I like hearing my own voice too, so I'll just try and clean up a little bit of this while I can, while I've got the tool here, but we'll sand his bum. Sand that down later on. Now sometimes there are little micro supports, I don't know if, there we go, required in a print. So these are, while they're easier to take off, they can also be a royal pain because they're so tiny, and sometimes they're in the angles where you just really can't get them out. And that's when I actually have to get a proper X-Acto knife to be able to get in here and those things. I think he's got one almost supporting his chin here too. I'm gonna clear those out. Sometimes they're hard to spot. I'll have to consult the print that I put together. Because they will show up when you go to paint, that's for sure. I'll find them then. Extra. Alright, let's get this side on first. Please let me know too how the music's doing. I always forget and I get the level all changed because I've been listening to the music. Want to make sure I'm not too loud or music's not too loud compared to me. At the bottom, I could go through and cut every single one of these, but actually, like, just let physics do the work for me here with some force, and it removes so much easier. Again, not using the body to do this, but just the base. You can pop it off. You see the ones that I trimmed have these little, you know, some pots and some divots and some bumps, but most of them where they came off down here gets better and better. I like to do that, especially on minis and prints that have many more supports than this, like these, like the tiles do. All right, so I'm going to set that off here because I do already have this other one set. Throw this out so I don't get little pieces in my way. I'll be back, and then I think we'll take a look at a Hero Forge together, since you're all here. All right, let's bring up Hero Forge and have a little fun together. Um, a little coffee. I need a sip of coffee. Sure. What is this? What's that? Hazelnut. Good. All right. So, what are you all thinking? Let's brainstorm a little here. This can be. I don't even know where I'm gonna place them in the world. I'm actually in campaign planning. I've got maps made and the world setting kind of set. I'm really excited about the campaigns. Nice. They're coffee beans sort of imbued with it. I strongly dislike the syrup. The flavored syrup. Ugh, it has like a chemical taste to me, like an off taste. But I do like it when, you know, I grind the beans myself, but they come infused with some flavors. So I'm just figuring out in the campaigns, there'll be a Tuesday night one and a Friday night one. Like they're starting town at this point and fleshing out the different towns and stuff. So I mean, they're all pretty medieval. I think, what would be important? Maybe that's the wrong way to go about it, because I don't have any of that figured out. So let's say we just build a character. Does anyone want to throw any options, a vote in for race? That's a great place to start, I think, with D&D builds. Anyone have any thoughts? Anything that WotC has built, has published. I mean, human, that's new. Elves, half-elves, dwarves. We could do elementals. Yeah, I think that's meant to be like Genasi. Bugbears. Gnomes, trolls. Just to shout out in chat if you see any that you like. We'll do this build together. Half-orcs, halflings. Oh, a half-demon. I don't know that I've ever encountered that, but I guess that makes fiendish heritage results in a half-demon's larger building. Uncanny facial features. I wonder if that's probably tieflings. Half dragon, that's probably dragonborn. Oh, nice. Yeah, like the werewolves, the werecats, weredogs, rat folk. I don't think that's a D&D though. Maybe minotaurs. I don't know that they are either. Portals. Lizard folk. No, lizard folk are down here. Crocodile. Stop me if you see any that are. Oh, that'd be like an Aarakocra. Matter of interest. We'll put it one of the campaigns. Really? Oh. Pawns. Forest guard. Oh, that's a furbolg for sure. Elephant folk. Are they in there too? Maybe. Oh, goblin. Feral goblin. Ooh, scary. Zombie. I would totally allow a zombie NPC. If no one votes, I might go with zombie. Because that just sounds really fun. A skeleton? Where might go with skeleton? Because that's pretty unusual. Or goblins. Hobgoblin. Oh, robot. Luxodon element. Okay, thanks. Nice, Steph. Here's a Warforged. Rabbit folk, I know that one for sure, because Lev is rabbit folk. Half giant. I'd go for that too. Oh my goodness. 7, 8 feet tall? They could be taller than that. Oh, this is the, oh, what are they? They're like Burfolk. But there's a fright, what are they? Maybe it's Merfolk. Nope, there's more folk. A lot of humanoid. I can't think of the name of that race. Orc. Kobold. Naga. Serpent folk. Frog folk. Oh my. I'm sorry. Oh, Giggle Dog? Oh, hyena. Okay. Okay. A proper infernal, a proper celestial. Oh, fuck, so cute. Bear. Alien. No, I probably wouldn't do an alien. Maybe an insect, but all right. I'm thinking since I'm not catching any bows, I'm thinking to make it more simple or simplify the options. What do y'all feel between zombie and skeleton? What do you want to build out today? We will get it built in Hero Forge. I'll download the STL. We'll add some supports in ChaiTuBot so we have our print ready. And I'll save it to USB or I'll save it. And that way next Monday, we'll have it ready. I'll have it printed over the week. Do time lapse of the print for next session. And then we can continue working on it next session, taking the supports off, priming it up, painting. Oh no, so it's not. Okay, thanks, Steph. Any thoughts, anyone? I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. I'm gonna savor it for about 30 seconds. No, not that whole time, but I'm gonna give it another half minute or so. If no one's, feeling one way or another between skeleton and zombie, then I'll use. Are the grungs the frog? It's entirely fine if you're all just chilling and just want to, watch or listen. That's fine. I already have my mind set if no one votes, so you're good. I've got you. Oh, I got new brushes too. Some really, really nice Winsor Newton Series 7 brushes, which are apparently the staple. Oh, there you go, Steph. I also have these. Oh, you can't see it because the thing's up. I do it up here. These beautiful mini, like the skiffs for arcane airships, compared to the grand airships. Working on. Okay, I'm going ahead with a zombie. Let's see. So turtles, yeah, turtles for sure. I don't know which. I mean, I assume that there should be all the genders and just, but I'm presenting. I think for this one we'll go masculine. Take a look at this face. What do we want for these features? For our zombie, what are we at here? Oh right, we want it to be damaged features because the zombie decomposing. No, I kind of like the... Oh. That's a little too freaky. I want it to be personable because this is going to be like a friendly NPC. So we'll go with damaged. The ears are torn ears. Yeah, that's really good. I might not have too many selections here. Oh, is that brain? Oh. Patchy short hair. I mean, this is brain hanging out. Oh my gosh. I really do like the short hair in this one anyway, but because there's this gorgeous piece of patchy, like, brain showing through, I think we're going to keep that for sure. I don't want to cover up the damage here with the beard, so no beard. Oh yeah, he'll have his edgy brow shave for sure, teeth. What do we want? No. I guess these are all right. Probably a human at one point. It's like we don't need monster teeth. Yeah, and it'll be friendly. It doesn't need any horns. This is what? The damaged torso. I mean, that makes sense. Legs, probably damaged legs. Measure, I don't know how tall we want this. Like, I feel like they'd lose some height in death, you know? So we'll make them 5'8". Robert Redford. Bobby the Zombie. It does look, that's awesome. It does look like Robert Redford. Oh. Do we want any epic bone dragon wings? No, probably not. We just want to be like a shuffling shopkeep or something like that. Doesn't need a tail, I don't think. Doesn't need extras. Clothing. All right, brace yourselves because we gotta make him nudie pants here. Let's see. We want a full outfit. I think we wanna cater this. That'll be nice. I think the hat will be the. We'll see. Let's start with pants, right? Right, those are like robot things. What do we got here? Something. I mean, we want something sort of damaged like this. Yeah, these look too much like jeans and a belt. I want it to be a little more fantasy. What's this? Might work for like, depending on his profession. We'll keep it for now. Maybe the clothes will inform us about what this person does. See, there's probably some stuff at the bottom here. Like, just because he's a zombie doesn't mean his clothes like need to be in tatters, I don't think. Studded leather? No, that's... I mean, that does look pretty cool. Oh, could he be a guard? Like, captain of the guard or something? You know, that would be, like, even in death, he's still serving the city? That's chilling. Alright. So I'm just gonna remember the studded leather. We'll take a look through some other things. Right? Yeah, like that, because I was thinking, like, a shopkeep or maybe like a smithy, like when I saw the pants, like maybe a smithy or something like that, or a leather worker. But with this on, I can see he really looks like nice. Like, it's awesome. Oh, look, it looks so cute. And it's yes, please. Just a bandolier. He's ready for the wilds. Now the cloth, I feel like the cloth with Hero Forge is still too thick. But I understand it has to be for edges and stuff. That's awesome. All of the Rob Zombie spirits we can think of. Yeah, it just doesn't really feel like it fits his vibe. Street Mage's coat? No, definitely. I am not even going to waste our time. I'll look through in case anything else clicks quickly. I mean, nothing is clicking. Like, in the way that... oh, here we go. Oh, look, a little starfish bikini. I mean, that's pretty cute. I can definitely see the beach episode. And him wearing this, or them wearing it. That'd be really cute. I haven't landed their gender yet. But for real, the studded leather chest on this. Yeah, I think he's going to be captain of the guard. Uh, hey, good afternoon. Yeah, I got up so late. I don't know what part of the day it is. Hey, Humar, how are you? Epic work. Humar was playing yesterday some Fall Guys. It was a lot of fun to watch. He and his wife, I think. Hopefully I'm getting that right. If not, I'm so sorry. It was so fun to watch. I think it was her first time playing, second time playing, which made it extra fun. Oh. So we're okay. I was gonna say it with so much confidence, and like I don't know that that's in my head. I don't know that I've ever double checked that. So if anyone's in chat that hasn't checked out more stuff, definitely check it out. Please feel free to link your. I don't think you stream on this one, right? Please feel free to link your business, your Twitch thing there. People can go check you out. So yeah, we are building, as part of the process, we need to get these 3D files, and we're building one out in Hero Forge to work on. Together. We landed on a zombie, or I kind of really chose zombie. And then we were dressing them up and allowing that to inform of what they're going to be. I was sharing that I've got 2 new campaigns in the works. And so it's going to be an NPC, one of the campaigns. So I was asking everyone for, their help, whatever they're willing to give a share, in crafting that specifically and input into what this should look like. Of course, once I put on this chess piece, I'm like, it's Captain of the Guard. This is his chess piece, their chess piece. Captain of the Guard, still serving whatever city, even after death. I remember better for life. Oh my goodness, good. Well, I hope you stay symptom free. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Oh good, thank you Steph for linking that. Yeah, please, anyone hasn't checked them out, they do a ton of fun stuff. Yeah, go give them a follow, go check them out. Listen, I can tell you that undead are gonna be like exist in both campaigns, but like low-key. Like it's not, we've had enough with Euthaz. We've had there's no repeat there. Like there's some undead and some might be bad and nasty, but like you won't have to worry about stacks on stacks of undead. Like in Stormfall. Rebel, hey, how are you? Yeah, Rebel just putting together a character for the print and everything. We're asking everyone for their input. We've landed on zombie. We let for one of the new campaigns. I mentioned the 2 campaigns, Tuesday night and Friday night. And when we landed on this outfit, it just felt like this is it. And because he looks so good in this, I'm just gonna land on he's a gender here, pronoun that they're gonna use. That he is captain of the guard. He's going to be captain of the guard of whatever starting city for whichever campaign, and he's serving the city even after death. Somewhere. Oh, have fun, Stab. Oh, that's an amazing idea. I'll have to find a way to get the microphone closer. We're gonna need to come up with a name. Our friendly zombie here. Hope you all will join me in crafting a beautiful, fitting name for our zombie friend. Yeah. I'll have to get that. That's a really good call. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that now. Okay. I was like, can I do it now? I'm like, no, I can't with all the tabs open. I will. It's 100% gonna happen now. I hear you. You've spoken as a community, and I hear you. Yeah, Steph is on Sleeping Point, and you too, Vera. So beware, people are gonna be using it for Vera. Okay, so we got our chest. Do we want any gloves? And again, the gloves also end up feeling kind of clunky, for the most part. Usually. And that looks kind of cool. Maybe that. Undercover gloves. You don't know they're there. Anything to watch. Wouldn't mind. Oh, how about wrist? No, that's literal brace. Well, I think it's gotta be something light with him. Too light. There's some wristbands. Yeah. The sounds of the, yeah. That's pretty good. Depending on the, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. It's fine. I don't think we'll have gloves. I don't really know if we'll have shoes. Oh, Rebel, no, yeah. Yeah, that type of the slurps and stuff are tough. There's some real low profile shoes here. What do we got? I know I might actually just have them chilling in their tough undead feet. Maybe these futuristic combat the warrior goes to battle with the thong sandals. No. Alright, we're into some futuristic stuff here. How about just leather boots? No, that's not what I was envisioning, I guess. This is alright. Alright, I'm on board with this one. Very much. It's awesome. Oh, y'all crack me up. Definitely don't want to mask for our friend here. I don't know. Do y'all have any thoughts on weaponry? This is the captain of as we've been putting this made completely on the fly character together. We've processed their clothing. We landed on them being a captain of the guard in one of the towns in one of the new campaigns coming up. So what are we thinking weapon-wise? Gotta be something efficient, probably a sword of some sort. Something that can be wielded pretty well. Probably something with slashing damage. Maybe a shield, or maybe two weapons. I guess we can kind of go through, right? That would help. A weathered broadsword, that might be, yeah, it's seen better days. But maybe that fits, right? Like, it's almost a bludgeoning weapon now. He's serving the city even after death, so... cleavers? Let me search. Let me see if they have anything that comes up specifically to a cleaver. Leave it to cleaver. Jagged cleaver. Looks like you could tie a chain or rope through here too. Like 2 shields there. Nice. He's Captain America. All right, we have like an orcish cleaver here. Then an actual like a meat cleaver. Scary. I think that's it for like actual cleaver stuff. Those defense, shield bashing, everything. Yes. All right. So, my goodness, that looks. This is gigantic. We don't want that. We want this to be something. Something bothers me about the hook in the other one. Let's keep this here for now. And see where it moves. The falchions, okay. Ooh, alright, let's go through these then. I don't care about the flags so much. That looks kind of fun. And here's the straight up zoom. What else we can say? Science saber. And then this one, the heavy, I guess. Oh, jeez. That looks kind of sweet. Oh, nice. It needs trumpets. Okay. All right. You know what? Maybe they were like just a celebrity, right? Maybe they were a bard in life, and they played the trumpet. Lion's fang sword. That's cool. A cane sword. This one actually doesn't look bad. So let's look up trumpets now. I would never mute you all. Give me the amazing stuff, right? So he's gonna play taps. He's gonna play. You saw the whisk too, bro. Yeah. It's like, He just can't decide between, or maybe because he's a zombie and he's got like this part of his brain sticking out, like he's suffered some damage where he's just like confused. Like he shows up to battle, he's ready, but he's also ready to rock out some music, or to whisk some eggs, make some breakfast. Let me clear our options out, and we'll just kind of scroll through with this right hand. So we could, right? We could have a whisk. It does look partly like a culinary outfit, outside of studded leather armor. Could have a ladle. Ready to serve either justice or soup. We don't know. options. Maybe he's got a frozen fish. I mean, it won't be frozen for long. Unless he's in the tundra. Which it wouldn't be in either campaign. not a starting city. Okay, an actual shield. Maybe. Whisk plus trumpet equals zombies, the ideal companion to whip up souffle and play you a lullaby. Basically, Rom Zombie is the perfect wife. It's life. The ladle, yes. Awesome. I'd have two, but that's a little over the top. I know I'd just be holding a shield one. Oh, and he's ready to spray bugs. You got mosquitoes bugging you? Not anymore, not on this battlefield. Oh, he's gonna raise these. Yeah. Have a toast. Oh, a dynamite bundle. Yeah, I would probably steer clear of this individual. If I saw a zombie with a blade in one hand and a bundle of dynamite in the other, I think I wouldn't go engage. That's an excellent battle strategy. Ooh, cracking whip. Mixed feelings. Oh look, he's ready to play cards. Demon Breach. Yeah, for real. Oh, that's amazing. A Harlequin hand puppet? No, I can't. That's too much. Or is it? Oh my gosh. Do we want to add that level of depth of madness? A zombie captain of the guard that has conversations with this Harlequin hand puppet. I don't know. I feel like there's a level of commitment there for an early NBC that I don't know that I'm ready for. Oh look, it is is the embodiment of toxic masculinity. Love me, and if you don't, then you're the worst, and I'm gonna attack you. That's terrible. So who's carrying that puppy? I love Valentine. Alright, ooh, we can have a small, like, now if I want double weapons. I mean, the fact that he might have, like, this broken... I don't know. I don't know if I want that broken weapon. I feel like it's too on the nose for a zombie. Like, they'd give him some new equipment. Oh, he can play some Weird Al songs in Victory. A lot of options here. I'm leaning currently towards... Oh, look at this. You can have some tea. What is this? Shield of Vicious Blades? Oh. Oh my goodness. Dangerous. We might just have one weapon. Oh, a lunchbox! I'm sorry. Oh, toolbox. I thought it said old school lunchbox, and I was like... Am I that old? Like, what makes it an old school? And because it's a hard case? Uncovered shield. I wonder if so it's a Vicious Blades. Isn't that cool? It's a shield of Vicious Blades. Like, maybe a little less effective as a shield, but it looks really cool. A summoned fairy. Gruesome skeleton shield? Oh no. And that's dark. That's like a cousin, right? What do we have for legit shields? That looks kind of cool. It looks heroic. Captain of the Guard shield. That one looks pretty heavy. Vintage blowtorch. Right, that's adorable. Alright, I don't want to kill all of our time going through all the silly options. I mean, I do, and I don't. Game vortex. A camera. The photographer capturing battlefield. The shield's part of yourself from the blood of your enemies. Yes! I love that row. Alright, I feel like if I'm gonna have a shield to be this, and we'll remove it if we need be. If need be, down the line. Just get back up to that shield so I can be ready to above that. I mean, Mini is what he's going to look like in battle versus, you know, the norm, of course. So I think he would have a shield because that'll be battle time. The rest of the time he'll just be chilling without it. Zombies. Yeah, nice. Alright, I don't think we need anything on the side. I don't think we need, well, we probably need a sheath, don't we? Lion's Fang. I think that is the Lion's Fang. So that would probably be on its left side, right? Because you typically sheath across your body. I don't think we need any, or do we? I'm gonna say I don't think we need any back items, but there's some beautiful capes here. How do we want to make them like boss? Oh, I do love the tattered. Like that maybe he'd keep because it was precious to him in life, you know? Just a short ragged cape, or possibly the that one goes out pretty far, but or it'll be easier to paint around too. I guess we'll have to see. Let's see how the pose goes if we land. Eyes, mouth, rings. I don't think we need any of that. Gosh, have we already gotten through so much? Good for us. We'll stage. I want to do this one. Sharp edge. Oh my gosh, we can put him on a horse or something. He's on a motorcycle, yeah. Wow, that does look pretty cool. But I don't think we want thing here. Then most game. Yeah, I love Hero Forge. Sometimes I'll just chill. I've got so many NPCs to print that I've been like in here a lot, and it's really fun. Needs a zombie horse. That'd be amazing. I don't know if we really want anything on the base here, but we'll take a look through. Let me know if y'all spot anything you'd like to see. Art is ew. It's just okay. No, I don't know. There's something about seeing it like plop down on its back here. Oh, the Baron's mount. Oh, trying to get that thing. So they got rid of it. Maybe, yeah. Again, it looks like an old school lunchbox, but also toolbox. So, that's. I don't know, if there's nothing compelling or like that really means something, then I can't believe they have poop in here. Like I can, because I'm a perpetual grade schooler. Oh, nice, Bear. Nice that you got it. I did so many runs on that. It dropped once for me in a pickup room. They're like, we don't want it. If it drops, you can have it. And then they took it. Yeah, I don't know. Simple nature, perhaps? Begging the question, what happened? Maybe he died in the mine somewhere? Oh yeah. We're fleshing out backstory. I think that in both campaigns, you know, I can't cover yet all the coolness of like the setting, but there'll be a fair bit of mining and need for resources. So maybe that's where he died. That's where he died. Alright, let's go through now to where we enter well, crystals don't really click. Oh, that's kind of cool. Like, I don't know. Just like Greek helm. That looks kind of cool though. Like a Greek helm set down. Okay, sold. I'm sold. What do y'all think? Oh, I see. I mean, I guess a tombstone would be good too, but maybe not. It's never been buried. Okay, I feel like we're good. We'll get some color in here. We'll do the pose, and then we'll get the color sorted. So let me know what y'all are thinking, if any of these stand out to you. Now, this is a dangerous pose from a printing standpoint. I typically avoid this one, because as you can see, there's one point of contact for the entirety of the mini, and it's not even the entire foot. It's just the heel. That's it. So that's not going to be a super sale. It's going to be very fragile. Sure, we can have him sitting like a child, I guess. I think he'd be relaxed. I think he'd be ready to fight. I kind of like to see a fight in pose. That might be over-exerting his zombie body. Maybe this one, because we can articulate it a little further. Oh no, is he ascending? Ooh, that one looks kind of cool. And that keeps the cape back, so it'll be easier to access the paint under there. Another I have to consider. I'm kind of getting sold on this heavy weapon, even though it's not quite, but I do like to look through, just in case. Oh, that's cool too. But I'm still, preferring this one, I think, because this is more of a defensive state. Some of these, I mean, they're all great poses, but like in battle, kind of. I feel like this is a very battle-centric one. That's more of a roguish. Okay. Ta-da! 3-point landing. Red lightning. A good charging one, but again, it's one point of contact for the print just down here, and that'll be very tricky. I mean, it'd just be fragile. It's doable. The resin's pretty tough, but if you drop it, I don't know if it's gonna survive that. Yeah, and now they go into like dying and falling and stuff. Alright, I think I'm gonna go back up to heavy weapon one. Heavy weapon. I think this is gonna be repose. Let me just see how everything intersects. Sometimes things get a little iffy. Yeah, I like that. I just think that I get that this is, I think if I can move his head around a little tiny bit. Let me just see if I can. Negative 42. That's freaky. Negative 11. Negative 20. Just looking this way just a bit more. Put that up this way. right here, so it kind of looks straight over the blade. I think would be more of a center point. Okay, I feel like that looks pretty good. Eyes, doesn't really matter, it's going to be looking directly ahead. There's a probably nice. So he's going to smile, which I like because it exposes those teeth. Let's see what the ARG does. Maybe if we add a little snarl. Like he's in battle. Confused? Oh? I think it's a good one. Cocky, doesn't need to gag. He's died. He knows better. That's pretty good. Just a little bit to look like it's almost living in the case. Here we go. So, a little less like our friendly shopkeep. I mean, our friendly. I forgot he evolved into Captain of the Guard. But still rather dashing, I think. Let's look at some color. I'm just gonna go over some schemes first and see what might click. Woo! That's. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I might try not to call too much attention. We start with this one because that's sort of more of a battlefield type thing. Now that's not. Some of these just aren't going to be good for Captain of the Guard. Looks cool though. But it's substantially brighter for battlefield. Well, I guess it's not war, right? It's defending a city. I do like this one. And do y'all have a preference, like the black cape one versus the blue cape so far? I'll just kind of toggle back and forth for a minute in case anyone has, an opinion they'd like to share. Well, enjoy a little more coffee. This one looks a little cooler to me. This one looks, I can also see this being a city guard uniform for battle. The shield looks like. We both have that. I think I'm. What I don't like, I think, is the undercolor of the cape here. That could change. Alright, well, let's keep looking through. At least there's still just a little too. Alright, well, I only do the color because, of course, it'll just print in their basic resin. But this gives me a guide as to what I want to do. What I want to do. I want to go to paints. I'm just going to grab the pick here. Hero Forge. Banner Red 2. That's go back to theme. Up to this one. Or maybe this will work. think what it is this one makes it look more like the armor. It makes the armor look more like armor. Because on this one, these edges here have this turquoise sort of color, which I really like. And you know, the rivets, the silver rivets, and but in this one, feels much more like the metal armor, you know, the includes the metal. It's not bright, right? I feel like it's within, you know, logic for like a city guard to have an outfit like this. We'll go with this one. Okay. All right, so we need to give them a name. Oof. What should we even do? Y'all have any names? Oh my gosh, I swear. I don't know how many times I'm gonna hit that before I remember that it's there. Any name suggestions? We could do a fantasy name thing here. Generator for I mean, they're human, likely. They seem human. I guess we can go down and start with human if we don't like what we find here. And we can go from there. I don't typically like to entirely grab a name from here, but I'd like to have this in form. All right, so we've decided that they go by he, him. I don't know. So yeah. What are these? Mitchell is an old name. Ooh, Sylvain. That sounds kind of fun. Tybalt. Earhart. Good. I like Gerhardt. You can change the name of them. Gerhardt. I think we'll have a last name. Gerhardt. Let's look for a last name. Gerhardt. Deer. Okay. Here we go. We've got a name. Rename. But we'll call them Gerhardt. Just A. Nadir. Okay. So now I will save them. And of course I'll go through and purchase it just after. So they're gonna enter name and info and stuff. Well, what we'll do is we will I'll have this downloaded for next week. I will print it over the course of this week with among other minis, so that next week when we come back we'll have it printed and ready to remove supports, prime, and all of that. Oh, how exciting. All right, Gerhardt, you're now part of one of the new campaigns. Starting City, you'll be captain of the guard, all informed with our process here through Hero Forge. I had a lot of fun. Thank you all so much for your support and input in that process. All right, now we have some work to do. I'm gonna get this wet palette. Take a minute and go get a little bit of fresh water in this. A little bit more. Well, we've done a little bit of support removal today. We built out a whole character uh, in Hero Forge. Um, let's see. We could hold us up here. Get chatty about something. See if it wants to behave today. If it does, we'll and it does. I'm gonna move this. Or alternatively, I'll move this. Oh man. I'm just like I want a full screen. Alright, let's see if it's gonna open nicely. Okay, now we have our program in which we open up minis. We can open up our ancient red dragon. What's this? Our next our Tuesday campaign. Oh, secrets. Our Friday campaign. Oh. Alright, I actually want this and 3D prints. Let's see. Do we have any new PC tokens that we want or need to add? I have the whole print there. Devar Zenith. Giovanni. I don't think we have any here. Cornea. That's one of the new ones. Alright. Don't. Let's say. I want. Right. I'm gonna open up a project real quick just for the project. Sewer kit and mini, and then just this. Okay. I'm gonna open up a project. This is sewer tiles. I'll be quick because I don't have any fresh minis to put in here. But this is the basic process by which we support minis. This actually isn't the completed one, but that's okay. Maybe I'll wait until next week when I have some minis to put in. This is the auto feature. There's an auto feature when you go to add supports. Because this is actually upside down. It prints upside down, dips into the resin vat, and has a little tiny space between the bottom of the plate and the bottom of the vat. That's a clear screen where an LCD shines through with UV light, hardening that very thin space, that layer, and layer by layer it hardens another piece, and then it pulls up out of the vat of resin, liquid resin, and then back down into it, and it's that tiny little space hardened again. So the issue being, if you have these flats on the board, there's a bunch of suction forces that peels off the bottom of that film at the bottom, and it's very like a heavy, almost like a plastic, very thin but sturdy plastic that has a bit of bow, a little give to it. So you have to tip them anywhere from like 31 degrees to 45 degrees. I like around 31, seems to work well. You add the supports so that as it prints, it has a support to attach to and print from which to print. There's an updated one where I went in, I did the sides and the edges and everything else. Minis are kind of the same. There's typically it stopped showing my this. There we go. Stop showing my mouse. Oh jeez. all the campaign goodies and secrets. I can't wait. I have 2 windows that are just tabs of information for the Tuesday and Friday campaign open right now. Gotta be careful not to click on this. It creates a little skiff along the bottom here to have full support. It's up 5 millimeters at least, so that there's plenty of room to print around. And you can have it automatically add support to whatever density you want. I've at 38%. Because I like it to be minimal, and then I'll go in and add the ones that I know or feel are specifically needed, because you don't want to waste all your resin, for supports when you don't need them, when it's overkill. And also removing this many supports, this isn't too bad, but going in and removing all these, very tedious, and each one is going to potentially leave a mark, a pock, or a bump. And you can sand a lot of that out, and you always try and have like the face that you're gonna see. I'm gesturing at the monitor like you can see this, but the face you're gonna see and play like untouched. You want to support the back sides as much as you can, and the edges, so that those don't have any of those marks. But you just want to be careful. Few supports needed to safely complete the print. All right, I'm gonna try and close this because it's like being really weird with me here. Yeah, I'm sure I want to quit things. Yeah, so we'll go in and we'll drop those. Again, we have our beautiful friend. Thank you, everyone in chat, for helping me create this character in Hero Forge from scratch. We developed not only what this character looks like, but their job in one of the new campaigns, Captain of the Guard, and everything about them that's going to be in the campaign was from everyone's input today. Thank you. So let's do a little actual, like the painting side of things, right? I'm going to get a little bit shake up. We've got some gray primer I'm going to use here. Sort of an even balanced color. Nice. It's a secret. The idea, aside from the basics of having a primer, having a coating of something for the paint, to which the paint can stick better, because this resin is very smooth, and I can go around and sand it up and roughen it up a little bit with some sandpaper, which I might have got some spots I still need to sand. The primer helps with that, but this will affect the overall depth of the color, not the depth, but the shade of the color. So if you have a black primer, it's going to help bring everything down a bit in lightness. Likewise with white, and it'll raise that brightness overall. And which of course affects your saturation and other things as well. So for many, I'll go with gray unless there's a specific, like with the zombie, I might go with something a little more dark to help bring out like that, the rot and the darks and the reds and the reddish browns stuff of all that. And I might prime one part a little different. I might use a little white for husk or a horn or wings, wings. But for this, I'm going to use some gray here. All right. Now, the way I go about priming is a little bit different than how some or many perhaps go. So I'm going to get this brush cleaned up a little bit here. Get a little bit wet. There we go. I actually like to go pretty heavy initially, very heavy, so that it's going to fill in all the creases, but it's blobby, right? Obviously we don't want their face to You don't want their face to look like this, right? That loses all detail. But I do really want this to get in all those nooks and crannies. So I'm gonna go around. This is a bit of a smaller mini. I think it's just on the shorter side and smaller frame side, so it's just pretty easy to get covered quickly. But the way I do it is I kind of overdo it a fair bit, and then I dry the brush and use a dry brush to pull out all of the excess. It leaves behind a very nice even coat and returns all the detail. So I'll show in a moment here when we get to the that. I just have to be sure, if you try this at home, be sure that you get it quickly. You don't want to let it dry too much before you start pulling it out, because then it's not coming back out. Period. And then you've lost that detail and depth. And you can remove the primer. You know, there's things you can do to redo it, so you're not stuck doing a whole print or anything, whole additional print. But it's kind of a pain in the butt, you know? Probably not the way you want to go if you can help it. So I'm actually going to quickly get back, dry this up, and we're going to start pulling this out because I'm already approaching the maximum amount of time that I prefer get this done before pulling those details back. Okay. I clean the primer out with my water bin off to the side here. I dry this brush up real nice. Okay, then just go back and start carefully pulling lightly and gingerly. So you can see the detail in the face is already back. Same thing with, you know, the hair. I try and go along the grain of things for the most part. This ear's cleaned off without like wiping it all away entirely. In fact, I think I got back to it a little too soon because absolutely none of it dried. So I'm going to put that back for a minute. And carefully go along the back here. Got a towel down here because I can just wash that when I'm done. The spare towel. Really want to make sure I get in the grooves of the arm here too, because that's you know, they're a monk, I believe, and they took the time to put this definition into the arms. I really want to make sure that that's honored here in the finished product. Alright, so the belt might have some details here that we want to honor, so we're going to dab through that with a dry brush. Alright, good. The rest of this has gotten much better. It dried up much more. So. Around the feet. Typically some high detail like the straps and stuff with the shoes. A nice obi here, nice sash. Make sure we honor that. Got some abs, I think, in the middle here. Definitely don't want to lose any of that detail. I can go both directions best I can. And I go around the neck here. Any place where it fills in, it pools up. You know, I want to make sure I get in and just kind of pull most of that back out. There we go, face is drying up. I think it just started raining like furiously outside. It sounds amazing. Alright, so You can see we've gotten, I've got a little more to dab on the obi there, but you can see how it gets a really even coat. You got the abs return. You can see those rock hard abs, and the details. It's gonna focus. Details in the hair. Just gonna get the rest of this sash cleaned up before that dries too much. Looking good, looking good. Clean out the rest of the back there. Filled in the floor, the stonework here between the stone a good bit. Also want to just kind of go back in a little bit, pull some of where it's pulled up into those cracks out. Too much. Doing some circular motions to get in and around. Dried pretty well, so I can be a little rougher with this portion. Use a little more pressure. But I do try and change the angle to with those cracks. Then when we add our wash at the end, it's going to fill those in nice and really highlight all that detail. There you go. To properly dry all the way, we're probably talking a good 15 minutes here, 15-20 minutes before painting these. But you can see, hopefully, the arms there, we've got the cut of the muscles retained. Since they went through, you know, and took the time in Hero Forge, you know, you've got to really fine tune it to get those muscles to pop like that. So, yeah. Let's check their mini. I think that's a strap that runs across their chest, but I want to make sure. If not, it might be one of those light supports ended up in here. All right, clean that primer off and let this dry. So the way I should have popped this one off last time is just to get underneath here, underneath the base, and kind of pry up from there. As opposed to not doing that with a leg snap. So I'm gonna set our friend right there, do their jam. Say. Sweet, delicious coffee. What do we have? What do we want to do from here? We have other giveaway winners. On the channel, we do giveaways for our campaigns when they hit milestones. We had En Extremis hit their 50th episode. Breelith here belongs to the En Extremis Sky Pirate crew. That's Saturday night's campaign, 10 to 1 Eastern at night. And then we had episode 100 of The Forsaken, which runs Monday nights, 10 to 1 Eastern at night. And Durable is a member of that. So our viewers got to enter a giveaway for one of the campaign minis. And these were the two selected. And it's nice because, you know, as a viewer, maybe you are enjoying the campaign, you want one of those minis, but even if not, you can pick one that suits your needs. You know, you've got this can be any Firbolg caster. This can be any bugbear, you know, that uses a bow. But then we had our Twitch subscribers got to choose a custom mini, which is this one we're working on here. I have one completed already, and this one here's a custom mini. And our Patreon subscribers have their own as well, and they can also do custom mini, and they get one of these. I think maybe you can see it over my head this way. This finger needs to move. It's mirrored, I'm so sorry. glass jars like that. It doesn't have the cool beads and liquid inside. I did that because some extra, but it has, you know, the leather strap and the cork and everything. Jonathan, yeah, check this out. Look at Gerbil here, right? The Warhammer, all the cool gears, just primed up. But since you're here, I think maybe we'll start painting Gerbil. What do you say? We made a character too, Jonathan, together in chat for one of the new campaigns. It was kind of fun. To Zombie, and they are captain of the city guard. Still fighting for the city even after death. It's just so beautiful and potentially sad. We don't know yet. We don't know what happened. All right, so what I'll do now is I'm gonna move from. I'll bring our Hero Forge tab back up. Now that we have Gerhardt, I don't remember their last name. Nadir, I think. Set and saved, and then go to Heroes, and we're gonna pull up our awesome friend Jorbil. Okay. So this will be sort of my reference. I'll have open to the side here as we go through. Look at these beautiful autumnal colors, little spring down here. Autumnal colors, this beautiful dark. It's so silly because I'm so used to seeing like the character art, and so I picture, you know, Gerbil and the character art's a little more on the goofy side. But I saw Jonathan is also a really gifted artist. I had no idea, and he was sharing some of his the JM Reedy was sharing some of his fan art for Gerbil, and I was blown away. But also in that, you know, his fan art looks a little more like this, where it's like Bugbear, tough Bugbear, no nonsense Bugbear. So I'm really excited to get this painted up and sent out. Now this is for I believe that Michelle won. It's swole fan art, yes. Awesome. And that reminds me too, JM Reedy, I saw your message and I will reply. I had an immediate thought and then pinned it, and then, you know, it's gone from my brain. But seeing you here reminded me, so I will respond to that. Yeah, mind you, I'm also we have another gerbil here because I'm going to be, no, that's the one that has the broken bow. I think I already have it cut free somewhere. Here he is. Here's the other one. That will prime and send. These are going, actually I don't have to do that. I just need to remove the things and send them to Steph. Steph's gonna paint them so we can have our Forsaken crew with minis as well. Yeah. So I'm gonna turn this off so you can see what I'm working on here, but I'll have that reference up. Let's see, look at these gorgeous deep browns. Let's see what kind of colors we have to go with this. Let's see. We've got Parasite brown. I don't want to call it, maybe because it has red in it. But I wouldn't mind maybe like a beastie brown with perhaps some sepia for those darker browns. And we'll try and honor that. That surprise. Oh, fun. Well, hopefully a fun surprise meeting, Kumar. Those surprise meetings, I feel, are rarely the fun kind. Alright, let's get a little bit of this. That's pretty dark brown though. Oh, that's a sepia. That's... Right, we're gonna need plenty, but I have a wet palette now, so I'm not sure how much I need to add now. before, you know, I had a good idea, but I knew I had to hurry. Kind of done with this. I'm gonna remove this brush because we were just using that for our priming. That's a priming brush. Here's one of my detail brushes. Now I've got some newer brushes too that I'm very excited to use. But I don't have them open and prepared yet, so we're going to be trying to cover a good bit of ground. So I think we'll want something like this brush here. A little feathered already, so I guess we'll see how it goes. Something you wanted to know. Oh, good. Okay, that's awesome. Yes, indeed. All right, let's mix these colors up here. I'll move this over a little bit as we work. To see what kind of a brown we end up with. The majority of it's still that sepia, but the sepia by itself was just a little too dark even for gerbil as they appear in this reference image. So adding a little bit of that beastie brown into it to shift it over to those. We've added some yellow. All right. Now this is going to dry a little darker, of course. So I think that this is a pretty good. Just looking back, this looks pretty good for the main fur. Not counting the down the chest and abs. There's some brighter fur. It looks like maybe a little, not so much the neck because there's kind of a mane of that dark hair that goes along. But the ears have a lighter, a lighter brown, and the face has a lighter brown too. Oh no, Staff. Well, congrats. Congrats. Did you add the s'more to your workout? The burning off the s'more. That's the painful, difficult part for me. Alright, so I think we're going to use this as a base because this is underneath most of what's going on here with gerbil. Nice stuff. Good. Alright, I'm gonna spin this around. We'll start with the legs. Look at these gorgeous cams gerbil has here. Alright, looks like it's almost sandal wear. Okay. Didn't notice that before. Alright, let me see if I can get it held in a place where now I don't mind going over some of these bands too much. I'm gonna use my other brush. I'll use because I will just paint those with more detail after. I can be a little not sloppy, but very like thorough with these underlayers because I can just go back and redo, touch up the other ones with all the detail. Yeah. I can get in and around the sandal work here as best I can. Try and leave myself some indication of where those bands are when I come back through. Here, where I'm doing way in a place where you can see what I'm doing. there's a little bit of heel sticking out here as well. Then it goes kind of quickly into just sandal. There's a sole to the sandal, so it's not all the way down. But again, we're just gonna cover a little extra there. Be able to come back later and look at the top of this foot and see where we're at. Most of it's covered. There's little adorable bear like, you know, toe pads and claws. Top of the foot, that's mostly a band, but there is, I already got that. Okay. What about this? Nope, that's also shoe. I guess there's this tiny little bit just before that. Oh my goodness. Let's see if I can get in here. And it runs across here. That's fur. Okay. Then we'll add some white to the talons. Oh, nice stuff. Nice. Gerbil's calves are supposed to attractive feature. I can see that. I can see it. Look, that's how Gerbil broke into the porn business. Was the calves. There was a producer who was like, That was one of the titles of Gerbil's early porns. I'm a bugbear. And it's like a sultry look at the camera for the cover, box cover. That's the thing. Nice. Yeah. Gerbil wears Uggs, yes! Oh, I love that. Gerbil wears Uggs. They get it for a toaster with only the bottom comes. Oh, that's. Oh, yeah. Oh. Glad you're hanging in there, Jonathan. Alright. Do a little pedicure here for Gerbil's toesies. And again, we're going to come back and make these white. But because there's some fur behind them, make sure I'm getting the brown in now. Those the other ones. Actually, I started a little late, so I'm running a little bit late because, you know, I just get to do it once a week. And while I do have some surprise streams with this, don't always get to. I wanted to run a little bit late to capture a little more of this. At least get some of the different aspects, each of the different aspects of, you know, from print to paint in here today. Get a nice heading here for Gerbil. We get some claws painted in here. Good to go with the grain to make sure that there's still detail between the toes, between whatever the valleys are. Alright, see. One more. This way. And we have this ever so slight area for fur up top, and then here, and here. And fill this in. And yeah. Alright. Looking at my job says have to add music videos and not going to be safe to send dramatic corporate. Oh my gosh. I'm almost done, then I'm gonna check in. Alright. Got me back here. I mean, we just go all the way up now. Nice, nice, yes. Oh, poor Jonathan. Yes, set those boundaries. Jeez. All right. Gotta keep the paint fairly thin, but I don't get any blotchiness in here. Even coating. But trimmer. And then, yeah, then it just goes all the way up here. So turbo, we're gonna have to get a little personal here. In a minute, get way up there. Alright, so we will work a little more on this. I'm probably going to work a little more on this offline, but I might have another stream or two, like a surprise one. But at the very least, we'll come back. We'll come back on next Monday, noon to 3 is the usual time. Yeah, it started late with some tech issues and stuff. And we will finish working on Gerbil. I think we'll be able to get them all set. And deep for the bugby, yeah, for real. I've had such a blast. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out here today. We have other magnificent minis to work on over the weeks. Big airships, our sewer tiles, and other things like that. You've all been fantastic. If you're new here, whether you're new or you've been around for ages, thank you so much for hanging out, truly. And if you're new, consider giving us a follow. We have a ton of content across the week. A lot of these minis are used in our different campaigns each week. So yeah, you can hang out with us in Discord. Give us a follow here so you can be notified when we have new content. We have a lot of D&D at night. We have a master mini painter, Christy, that shares all our insights with Steph. And from print to paint, we have art shows, we have video games. We've got a lot of really good stuff, but I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful day, and I super appreciate you hanging out with me, and I look forward to hanging out again. I hope to see y'all again at least next Monday, the next From Print to Paint, but if I'm so fortunate, I'll see you one of our other things here. Take care, everyone. Have a lovely day. Bye.